Good morning, everybody. It's Amber here. I am back to read another book since I finished the Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So today I decided I'm going to read Who Was Albert Einstein. I know we probably all have heard of him. If we haven't, we will. But I think it'd be interesting to see if there's more I can learn about him. All right. And this is by Jess Brallier. Who was Albert Einstein? For an idea that does not at first seem insane, there is no hope. Albert Einstein. Did you know that Albert Einstein was a very poor student who got kicked out of school? Well, he was. Yet he was one of the most brilliant people that the world has ever known. Did you know that Albert was a peace-loving person who hated war? Well, he was. Yet his work led to the creation of the most destructive bomb ever. There's a picture of Albert Einstein. Kind of. It's a weird one. Did you know that Albert was shy and hated publicity and attention? Yet he was a media superstar. Even now, 50 years after his death, Hollywood still makes movies about him, and t-shirts, coffee mugs, and posters are decorated with pictures of his famous face. Who was Albert Einstein? You are about to find out. Now, if he was all those things, that means you could set your mind to do whatever you would like to do. Don't give up. Chapter 1, Born to Think. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein made his entrance into the world on March 14th, 1879 in Ulm, Germany. March 14th is also she's my grandmother, but I call her my mom because she raised me. That's her birthday, March 14th, but not that year, obviously. He certainly didn't seem like an extraordinary child. He was chubby and pale with thick black hair. He was so quiet and shy that his parents worried that, I'm going to show you pictures here. There was something wrong with him. They took Albert to doctors. He doesn't talk, his parents explained. The doctors found nothing wrong. The story goes that Albert didn't speak a word until he was 3 or 4 years old. Then suddenly, over supper one night, he said, "The soup is too hot." Greatly relieved, his parents asked why he had never said anything before. Because little Albert replied, "Up to now, everything has been fine." Is this story true? There's no proof. Most boys his age played soldier and other rough and tumble games. Not Albert. When Albert saw real soldiers marching with their blank faces, they frightened him. Albert preferred to stay by himself and daydream. He enjoyed playing with blocks and building houses out of playing cards. Some of them were 14 stories high. I'll show you some pictures here. It's crazy. 14 stories high card house. I can't even make a one story. Maybe I should try that sometime. Maybe you should try it too. See if you can do it and then prove it to me. All right. His parents continued to worry about their lonely and quiet son. They took him to more doctors. Could there be something wrong with his brain? His parents asked. Once again, doctors found nothing wrong with the boy. It was just his nature. He was quiet. He was a thinker. Albert's father and uncle had a business that sold batteries, generators, and wire. Electricity fascinated Albert. It was invisible, powerful, and dangerous. Electricity was like some mysterious secret. Albert pestered his father and uncle with lots of questions. How fast is electricity? Is there a way to see it? What's it made of? If there's electricity, could there be other strange and mysterious forces in the universe? Albert enjoyed thinking about a world beyond the one that he could be seen or explained. As he later said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Albert had a way of how he said things and made people think, and it still makes me think today. And I actually like some of these that I already saw, quotes, some of the quotes he said. Albert was also fascinated by the compass that his father had given him. No matter what he did with the compass, its needle always pointed in the same direction, north. Albert turned the compass upside down and sideways. He used it in the dark. No matter what, that needle always pointed in the same direction. Albert wondered why. His dad explained that the earth is like a big magnet that always pulling on the compass's magnetic needle. Albert was amazed that some strange and powerful force was all around him. He could not see it or feel it, yet it was there, making the compass needle move. Albert had more to think about. School wasn't teaching him about the things that mattered to him. So at about age 10, Albert started to teach himself. He was going to read as much about science as he could. He loved his science. They met the magnetic earth. Magnets have invisible forces. Every magnet has two ends, one called the North Pole and one called the South Pole. The North Pole of any magnet is attracted to the South Pole of the other magnet. Bring opposite poles close to each other and they stick together. But try to bring two like poles together, north and north, or south and south. You can't. The iron inside the earth creates magnetic forces. The earth itself has a North Pole end near the North Pole and a South Pole end near the South Pole. A compass's needle is magnetic. One end is attracted to the Earth's North Pole and one to the Earth's South Pole. There is an arrow on the end of the compass needle that always points north. I'm going to go grab some magnets real quick and kind of show you something. So just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Just because it's kind of interesting, and this is kind of like a science thing. So I wonder how many science things I could probably figure out this week for this stuff. All right, so I got 2 cute little magnets, right? Got their pictures, designs on the back. There's the magnets, okay? Oh. Mine are sticking together. There's more of a force on right now with this one, but they want to go together. These two, it doesn't show a force at all. Like they don't want to go. But they still stick, but there's no force. When I do it over on this side, where was that one? There was a weird side that it felt like they were pulling on each other. Yeah, this one. It's like they're pulling on each other. Maybe I don't have the correct. I'm going to find some magnets and see if I can get the correct kind and see how that would work because it's interesting. Unless I have to do it a different. See, they definitely want to attach to each other this way. See that? Well, that didn't work. All right. So it's like, you can tell they want to force each other. Ooh, that one they did. They're kind of mad. They're still going though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some different ones and see if I can get it to work. That'd be kind of cool to see. All right, let's read on, shall we? You should try it too, by the way. Albert also enjoyed playing the violin. Music calmed his active mind. He especially liked playing duets with his mother. She would accompany him on the piano. One day, while they were playing, Albert suddenly realized that music chords were like patterns of numbers. Musical rhythms like counting by 3s, 4s, or 8s. Music's just like numbers, he exclaimed to his mother. Albert was thinking even when relaxing. Later, when Albert was famous and traveled all around the world, he carried only two things with him: his suitcase and his violin. When Albert was a year old, his family moved to the city of Munich in Germany. I have been there. It's pretty cool being in there. There, his sister Maya was born. Maya. Albert expected a little sister to be like a toy, but Maya had no wheels like his other toys. Where are its wheels? He asked his parents, clearly disappointed with the new baby. The wheelless little girl, however, quickly became Albert's best friend. As they grew older, Albert and Maya loved to take long walks and hikes. Let's just show some pictures here. Often, their cousins came with them. The higher the hill, the better, Albert could think. On these high-thinking hikes, he used his compass and thought more about how mysterious the world was. He would lie on his back in the grass, look at the sky, and think about space. Is anything farther away than space? How fast would somebody have to go to get there? How does light get all the way from those stars to your eyes? How far does space go on? Could you ride on a beam of light? Is anything bigger than the universe? It was as if Albert had been born to think. His father and uncles helped guide his thinking. His sister and his cousins encouraged his thinking hikes. Albert found books to help him think out math and science problems, and his mother introduced him to music, which engaged his mind in a way that books could not. Just as some kids dream of becoming mechanics or veterinarians, Albert was destined to be a thinker. All right, so that is all I'm going to do today. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.